It is not the answer to actually getting ahead in the business. You need the yin to your yang, and they have to understand how to interpret your vision. What's up, you guys? Welcome to today's episode of the Project Fortify podcast. And boy, do we have a fun one that we're gonna jump into right now. How many times have you asked yourself or thought to yourself, if I could just clone me, if I could just do more of what I'm doing, if I just had more hours in the day, I could get done all of the things that I need to get done. If somebody were to come, if Elon Musk were to show up to my house today and say, hey, I have figured out a way to clone human beings to be just as productive or 90% as productive as you are today, would you take him up on the offer if you thought it was the way to get you out of the day-to-day of your business and let somebody else run it for you? It's not. If Elon Musk comes up and starts knocking, hey, I found a new way to clone you, guess what? He's literally gonna clone the problems and the issues and the things that you have right now that are actually the things keeping you stuck. Because more often than not, it's not more of you that's gonna take your business to the next level. It's not more of what you already have in your head that's gonna take your business to the next level. It's definitely not more of you doing the things that you're already doing to get you to the next level. So cloning yourself, it's not the freaking option. It is not the answer to actually getting ahead in the business. In fact, cloning yourself is probably gonna be the fastest way. What was that movie? There was a movie back in, I think it was the late 80s, early 90s, where, I don't remember the main character's name, but basically he cloned himself. And first time he cloned himself, the person was, 80 or 90% as effective as they were, and they were good, and they were all cruising along. And he did it a couple more times, and the clones just got dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. And by the last clone that he had made, it was drooling all over itself, and he just couldn't really walk straight. And it was just a giant cluster and a total absolute disaster. And it's gonna be the same thing for you in your business. I've gone into companies where I have the visionary or the CEO who's partnered with someone who has the same character traits that they have, and they've literally turned it into a mental masturbation match every time they get on a conversation, and they're not getting anything done. They're not moving the needle in any way at all, because the character traits of the visionary and the character traits of the person they've decided to help lock arms with and move the business forward, the character traits are the same. And by cloning yourself, you're literally getting into those mental masturbation conversations with people, and it doesn't do anything for you with the business. The secret is getting somebody in your business. The secret, I'm gonna say this again, the secret to getting ahead in your business and moving far beyond where you're currently at or currently stuck is getting somebody to take the ideas out of your head and putting them into action, putting them into play. If you were the coach, you need a quarterback, okay? Think about it this way. If you're the visionary, you're the balloon, okay? You're the person floating and coming up with new ideas and overlooking everything, and you need that string being held by somebody, or the string there being held by someone to actually grow the business. And so cloning yourself isn't the way. So what is? It's finding somebody who understands how to take and interpret your vision, okay? They have to understand how to interpret your vision, tell you your vision back in a simpler, more effective way. Hey, Darren, is this what you're saying? I think this is what I'm hearing from you. I think this is what your vision is. Is this what you mean? And you can say yes or no, and you guys can come to an agreement. And then once you come to that agreement of vision, clarity of vision, then the person, the integrator, the operator, the COO, the operations director, or manager, whatever you want to call them, can take that vision and begin implementing that into the team. They can begin going to the people on the team and saying, hey, this is your job over here, and go do this and start running this direction. So you actually need somebody who's the opposite. You need the yin to your yang, and whatever that Chinese symbol is, however you say it, you need the other half, you need the other party that complements your strengths is not the same strengths. You want complementary things to your strengths. So if you're a visionary and you're good at seeing the big picture and long term and all of these things, what's the complement to that? The complement to seeing big picture and seeing things long term is to be able to scale that down into micro steps so we can understand how to get there. And so they can take that and disperse that to the team. So if you're a visionary and you don't have an integrator, or you're a CEO and you don't have an operator or an operations director or a project manager or somebody to get your vision into the world, it's gonna be very difficult for you to continue to grow. You'll grow to a place where that's as far as your experiential knowledge of integrating, of doing the operations will take you. As the visionary, you're not the operator. So get out of the way of the operator, get out of the way of the person that knows how to actually go in and put your stuff into work, and you'll be shocked at how fast you get out, or how fast you guys hit the next level. But stop thinking of like, can I clone myself? How do I get people to be more like me? How do I get people to work like me? How do I get people to see things like me? I went on, before I started recording this, I went on to YouTube and I searched clone myself. And oh my goodness, hundreds of videos of people, talking about being productive and talking about business and cloning themselves. It's like, you guys are stupid. You guys are stupid. If you could clone yourself and had more of you, you're literally not going to go any further. Because if time is the issue, if time is your problem, it's your ability to be productive, not the actual time. And so I want you to stop thinking, how do I clone myself? And I want you to start thinking, how can I get people to have complements to my strengths, to be able to lift up my strengths and be able to support my strengths so I can continue to go further. And so what you're actually looking to build is a support system, not a clone. And you want to build a support system that goes down, and the bigger and deeper you get your support system, the higher and faster it can lift you up. But it's not by having the same strength that you have. It's only done by simply bringing somebody in who can help support your strengths and fortify your strengths and fortify where you're going so you can run in the right direction. If you think about an F1, actually let's call F-15 a fighter pilot. Talk about a fighter pilot here. The fighter pilot has a cockpit and they have strengths and they can fly very, very fast. But if they didn't have the cockpit, if they didn't have the support system within the walls of their business, within the dashboard of their fighter pilot, they would crash. And they have people they're talking to like, hey, I'm gonna do this, is this good? And they have other people they're bouncing things off of, irregardless of how their ego is. And so they have two things. If you look at the most successful combat division of our military, which is F-15 fighter pilots, the fighter pilots, they have two things. They have a dashboard and they have people that they're talking to that can help lift them and support them so they can continue to fly as fast as they can towards that target. So we've talked about the people supporting you. You've talked about the people in your ear helping lift you up and be able to push you in the right direction. But what about the dashboard? What about the thing that the fighter pilot needs to look at to know, how high am I off the ground? What's my wind speed? What's my engine temperatures? Where are we at with all of this? What's my, I don't know what it's called, like what's my level? Am I level perpendicular to the ground? Am I vertical? Like, again, not a F-15 fighter pilot, so I'm just kind of using some of these analogies to the best of my knowledge. And so most CEOs of a business, visionaries of a business, are flying the business without a dashboard and a very, very, very poor support team. They're asking their team for, hey guys, I'm running into this obstacle up ahead. What's the best way to maneuver through this canyon? Well, if you've cloned yourself, they're only gonna be able to give you their knowledge, which you currently have. But if you brought in experts, they can tell you, hey, do this, and when you hit to this canyon, bank left and go right, they can help you through this. And then you're using that dashboard to fly as you go. So if you don't have a support system, you don't have a team around you pushing you and holding you and fortifying your beliefs and your strengths to push you forward, that's the first thing I would say is you gotta start there and you gotta get that support team to push you. Second is you have to get some type of a dashboard that you can look at and see, man, how high is our business off the ground? Are we going in the right direction? Are we upside down? Are we upright? Are we vertical? Where's our business going? What are our engine temperatures? What are our financial temperatures? Where are we at and everything? If you don't have this dashboard, it's the fastest way to run into a mountain. And so I've actually gone out and I've built you guys one. It's one that we actually use for all of our higher end clients. It's actually pretty cool. I have a friend who was the CEO, I have a friend who was the head of Apple on the Siri team for some while. And he came in and he built this out for us about a year ago and it has been awesome. And we've been making adjustments and changes and how do we make it simpler and easier and more efficient and more effective and blah, 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 blah. And we finally came to a place to where it is now simple and easy and you can integrate it into your business, into your existing business in 5 minutes or less. And so every single day, rather than waking up and going into your cockpit of your business and having to pull up 37 different spreadsheets, all in different colors and all having different meanings and all having different numbers and it hasn't been updated for 2 days or whatever, you log in, get a simple, clear, easy to read, reliable, real-time data dashboard for you as the visionary so you can actually have clarity of vision for where you are going and clarity of vision for where your business is going. And I want to give it to you guys as a listener, totally free. If you want to go to visionforvisionaries.com, visionforvisionaries.com, grab your free download, grab that dashboard, have that cockpit so you can see where your business is going, integrate it into your business without any technical knowledge, any technical experience in 5 minutes or less. And it'll be the fastest way for you to know exactly where you're headed and exactly how high are you off the ground and how your financial temperatures are doing and how your team temperatures are doing and everything that you need in order to operate a successful and fast-moving business that'll take you sky high. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you're listening to me on podcast, it would do me wonders if you left a review. Let me know how we're doing so that way we can get this shared for more and more people so they can understand how they can be the F-15 fighter pilot of their business and how cloning yourself is the stupidest thing you can do. See you guys. Bye.